Live look here from our exclusive Arlington camera. The Arlington building is the perfect color for this weekend for the Komen More Than Pink Walk in Uptown. Now, one person can make a difference, and that is the message from the Susan G. Komen organization as their mission to end breast cancer comes to the Queen City. As Queen City News anchor Alicia Barnes tells us, this year, the walk that many of us have come to know the race as for the cure has a new name, so you remember that they are more than pink.
Walking for the people who can't, walking for the people who are suffering, walking for those we have lost. Together, they're fighting breast cancer. I had a chance to sit down with Kimberly Burrows, who says it's a fight that she knows firsthand.
We have a history of breast cancer in my family. My mother is a two-time breast cancer survivor. So I started talking with my doctor early on. Had a scare a couple years ago, but it turned out to be nothing. So this year I went in December for my annual mammogram, expected to get that, everything's great, and they found a spot. As I was getting ready to walk into my employee holiday party for the organization I worked for at the time, I got a call from my doctor that it was breast cancer.
Burrows caught it extremely early and was thankful that she had options. And while going through her personal struggle to survive, it led her on a whole new path.
So I ultimately decided to have a double mastectomy on January 28th. And while I was at home recovering, I saw the post for Susan G. Komen. And so I applied for the position and was fortunate to be able to start this job in March.
And now she's the state executive director for the Susan G. Komen organization in both North and South Carolina. And Burrows says her new platform allows her to help others navigate what she calls a roller coaster of emotions. Burrows says hence the new name for the walk. This year, the Susan G. Komen organization is showing they're more than pink.
It's more than a job to me, it's a passion. And having gone through it, and as I said, I still had questions. I didn't have the answers. I left some doctor's appointments in tears because I didn't know. I can't imagine what someone who is diagnosed, who maybe English isn't their first language, or they have, they're working two jobs and they're trying to figure out, how do I get to treatment? Or do I pay for that mammogram when I found this lump, or do I pay to make sure that my child has food this week? And so as I've taken this role, I've learned so much more about what Susan G. Komen is doing and how we're helping men and women who are diagnosed with breast cancer.
That was Alicia Barnes reporting, and she says Burrows would love to be out of a job one day and be able to walk and celebrate an end to breast cancer. And please see the QR code on your screen right now. Alicia and our Annie Zatowski will MC the opening ceremony and survivors parade that launches the More Than Pink Walk that takes place Saturday, October 8th in Uptown on the 800 block of South Mint Street. New this year, it's not a timed race and there is no registration fee. Registration does open at 7 a.m. Kids Zone with inflatables and face painting. And of course, at 8:30 a.m., you got the opening ceremony at 9 a.m. More Than Pink Walk. The QR code takes you to everything you need to know. And of course, that didn't go off last week because of the rain.